So, lads, today we are talking a little bit about the CBA talks, and we are talking about some of the stuff with Cathy, Engelbert, and this is big news. So, I'm going to talk a little bit later about some other stuff. There are definitely some other stuff that I'm going to talk about here. In a little bit, I still have to talk about, like I've talked already about kind of fees showing up and how I do feel like we're near the end. However, especially with how Terry Carmichael Jackson's talking. However, this is big. Basically, Cathy Engelbert has confirmed that a lot of progress has been made, including on smaller issues. There's urgency to get the deal done by Monday to avoid any disruption to preseason schedules, including training camp and preseason games. So there is a date of anyone who says March 10th date. That was just a date they plucked out of thin air as a soft date, basically to because if they didn't give a date, no one will be doing anything. This meeting, if the March 10th deadline was not there, this meeting wouldn't be happening. This is the actual deadline, March the 16th. It is going to be grim for me because I'm flying out at 7 a.m. on March 17th. So my hope is that we see a CBA before then. But it's by the sounds of things, there's an urgency to try to get this done by Monday. She has to avoid any disruption. So basically, yeah, it is Monday is the deadline. Like Monday is the deadline at this stage. All that March 10 talk, like it is this is where you're like people just don't understand anything. Like nothing was being done. The March 10th deadline was put in to give some sort of deadline. It was never a hard deadline. We knew from the very start that it was never a hard deadline. Like it was like probably not enough time at the end of the day for everything to be done the way everyone would like to, but it was never a hard deadline. And with it not being a hard deadline, like we're now at a stage where we now have a hard deadline. And we've got 6 more days. Or say not 6 more days, Jesus, we've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got 3 more days. Is something going to be done tonight? Maybe. Unlikely. Apparently, from what we've heard as well, there's a lot of the last couple of days has been a lot of like the teams just getting together, writing down, spending a lot of times around laptops. So it seems like they're trying to finalize this out, and by the sounds of things, it is just a case of one side moving down a little bit, another side moving down a little bit. You're hearing it from Cathy. So like for every league proposal, like I'd say a league proposal, like you have to run it by the 58%. Cathy has to run any league proposal by the 58% as well as the owners. So like that 58%, it takes a while. I think she mentioned somewhere about having to like go back to investors and basically to talk about the proposals with them. And I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Everything seems to be going, for me anyway, it seems like everything seems to be going to plan. I think there's a good chance this gets done, which is good. And having a hard deadline there means that, look, even if they don't hit the hard deadline and preseason is cancelled, I don't think you're going to see, if preseason gets cancelled, the players aren't going to make more in salary. It'll be just from something small. There is a world again where this all is sorted and people forget about it. And at the end of the day, when this is all sorted and basketball's going on, people forget about it. We saw it with the Team USA first game when Team USA were all up for it and everyone was excited, and it wasn't like yesterday where they played at like 35% intensity and still won by 50 or 43. That being said, it's a big thing. Like it is a big thing now seeing having a hard deadline. So we can expect it to be done by Monday, which is what, like 6 days of negotiations. And the odds of this, like, look, the more, I mean this when I say this, if anything, the more that gets disrupted, the less leverage the players have, the less the players will get paid when it's signed. It just, like, I hate to say it, but it is going to happen. Like, that's what's going to happen. Like, the players are going to get paid less money. Or not even to get paid less money, but it's like, they're not going to, it's not going to really give them anything more. Like, they're not going to make, the second one game is done, the players and like are not going to gain anything of note, because again, the 58% losing money will already have lost money from that game, from the games not happening. The owners will have lost money. They're probably done then. So up to a point where there's no delays, the players can still keep getting more. I think Monday being a hard deadline, I think it could stop by then. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, that people don't want to give up their weekend. At the end of the day, for this, a lot of the players will give up their weekend. It's not like these are people working, regular jobs. If you're Cathy Engelbert, you're kind of fucked. Like, I was about to say, oh, you can sit down and chill. You can sit down. If you're Cathy, you can't. If you're these players, you can sit down and chill for 2 weeks. You can sit down and chill for 2 weeks and get your agents to work the job. If you're Bree Turner, you can go into a background role because you may not be in the league. I don't know. I think she will. I think she showed enough in the playoffs to be in the league. But Bree Turner was very close to being out of the league. Like, if that Connecticut Sun game didn't happen, Bree Turner was going to be out of the league. Where the Fever were doing so badly and getting beaten so bad that they just said, you know what, fuck it, we'll play Bree Turner. And they came back from Kelsey Mitchell heroics. But that being said, yeah, look, we're now at a situation where there's a hard deadline. With there being a hard deadline, it means we absolutely have, like, we kind of know, we know what's going on, we know what to expect. Like, it's a big positive. Like, a hard deadline helps a lot of us think, like, okay, it's not like, okay, yeah, there's nothing going on. It's not like it's a situation where we're wondering, oh, could this drag on? We will know very soon. And like, I thought we would know already. I did. I thought the hard deadline was going to be reached already. But look, it sounds to everyone that's been there, anyone that's been around, it does seem like the hilarious thing with all the media is that, like, obviously Venom, they're shook. They're obviously shook with Venom. Like, the media have been let into the hotel. The media have been let stand right outside just to make sure Venom can't get any scoops. Shout out to him though, like, madness, absolute madness. Some of the stuff that happened. As they were all trapped outside for a while. Now, all of a sudden they're all ready to go. But yeah, look, it's one of those things where a hard deadline being there is good for the players. It means, at least when it comes down to it, it's good for everyone involved, because whether it be players, whether it be media, whether it be fans, we have like a date where it's like, okay, if nothing's sorted by then, we can kind of ignore preseason. But the likelihood of it being sorted by then is very, very high. But anyway, I'll see you guys.